understand how it could be, but Jim Davis is a very good Magic player, therefore we will give his list a try. If nothing else, we get to play fun cards like the Compass, and we get to shuffle some Carnage Tyrants. We get to play some really bad Baffling Ends. Confident Baffling Ends, just worse than ever Meltdown. This deck doesn't have a lot of blue. Pretty sure Search for Azcanta is insane, and I feel dirty not having 4 in my deck. Oh, baby! Oh, baby, baby! Yeah, hopefully it's better than I think it is. A lot of people have told me it's kind of good. Of course, people told me that Aura deck was kind of good too, and I deny their claim. Well, we'll keep this. It reminds me of much horrendousness. Got a bunch of deserts though. We can rivulet the crap or rivulet the crap out of folk. I like how the league starts and within 10 seconds my phone starts ringing. Oh baby, baby. Oh, look, we're versus Teamer. Can't imagine how we're ever going to beat a negate. Phone still ringing. Just like I'm not going to go pick it up. I wish whoever was calling would stop. Can you guys hear the ringing? Because it is still ringing. Literally still ringing. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Oh, look, another card that we struggle beating. JK, we got this. Ain't no thing. I guess we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it before they have a chance to play a counterspell or something. They could have, like, I don't know, that Supreme Will in their main deck or something. We have this. Like, this should be a decent match at least pre-board? Huh. I kind of want to play this. This gives us 2 blockers. 2 blockers is almost as good as a settle, right? Yeah, we don't actually need them. Yeah, we don't need them. We'll just hold up our Essence Scatter and our settle. Be very disappointed if he has a counterspell. Got him, maybe. Hey. Hey. It worked. Success. No, you get out of here too, little buddy. Get on out here. No, not more. Okay, that guy's not that bad. I guess I'll just play this one. Like, there's 4 approaches in here, and if worst comes to worst, we can play the Hour for defense, but obviously we don't want to because it would shuffle the deck. He's down to 1 card in his hand. There's a good chance it's a removal spell. Oh, Was that a good draw? Was that a good draw? I think that was a good draw. Okay. He's got another Chandra. I guess we're dead. Hey, Ivan. What's up, man? He's got another Chandra. I guess we're dead. Because we're going to go for the kill. Don't tap double red, friend. Yeah, that's not double red. Yeah, well, opponent doesn't want his Whirler Virtuosos. Pew. Wait. I'm sure I didn't count that badly. But you're real embarrassed if I did. Okay. I didn't think I did. I was going to be real annoyed if we'd counted that badly. Alright, approach doing approach things, winning easy game ones versus everything. So it was never in question whether we expected to win game one. This is where we expect to have the difficulties. So what do? You kill something and gain me life. I like you. It's good fam. We probably need negates versus a deck like this. I think I want all of this stuff versus them too. Pretty sure I'm just happy with all of this stuff. Just get rid of Our Promise. It's not that great anyway. 7 more cards? Yeah. Alright. Well, that's sucky. Get out of here, Desert Hodes. We don't have room for you. I think you're too slow, too. I like how I'm trying to sideboard into my blue-white control build. That just can't be what we're supposed to do, right? Yeah, I can cut at least one of you on to play. I think I just cut all of you. I feel like I'm gonna be tapping my mana a lot. I'll keep one of you in. So I just take out all the bad green cards. I take out all the bad cards. Alright, whatever, I'll keep it. We have Baffling End. I guess it's a keep. Oh, we're not on the play. Ha! I was trying to play our land. This card's nice. I like the idea of this card. What? What? Heavens, what is this? Our opponent did not play something for us to use our Baffling End on. Oh, cool. We don't have blue mana. Hey, Nukes, what's up, man? On the play, we might try to ramp plan. What is this one? That's a Bristling Hydra. That's not easy to deal with. I don't like taking damage. Let's try to settle it. It seems pretty up in the air right now. Uh, I think people are still trying to find their legs in the format. Doesn't seem like there's any real good decks yet. Really? You'd use a counterspell just to deal 4 damage? That doesn't seem like something you want to do very often. Does that mean he has lots of counterspells? I'm liking it though, but I thought it was fine with the bans too. Or pre-bans. I do like that the red deck's got a little more manageable. Tap 3 mana, I dare you, see what you get. That's not 3 mana at all. I guess we'll try to settle him. Can untap and fumigate if he does have another counterspell, which I assume he has another counterspell the way he's played. Guess that. We have a negate this time. Does he have counterspell number 3? He does have counterspell number 3. I told you he had a lot of counterspells when he used that Supreme Will like he did. Unfortunately, we're still not in great shape. And we're okay, I guess. Grixis is what people consider the default best deck, but I don't actually understand how it's remotely good. It's like not particularly controlling, it's not particularly mid-rangey, it's not particularly aggressive. So I don't really get it. For some reason I have a big problem with playing red and not using Phoenix as well. Yeah, I know. I watched you punt several games at the PT or Q. It's an interesting deck, that's for sure. Also, was this a good draw or not? Was that a good draw? Was that a good draw? Hey guys, was that a good draw? He put a Bristling Hydra in his graveyard? Why did you put a Bristling Hydra in your graveyard? Isn't that like the card you want? Isn't that the card you were begging to have? Then he chose to gain 2 life. Hey, is this a good card? You cost 3 or less. Let's try you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm just gonna play this one then. So we have City Blade. Okay, bonus done. He kept a really bad hand though. Alright, well we beat Teamer. Let's try to beat Grixis or Blue-Black with this deck. That'll be the test. Alright, it's not letting us get out of the match. Like, where's the button I can click to go to the next match? Just got kind of logged up. Is it my internet? What the hell? What the hell? I can't leave the game. Yeah. Let's just close Magic Online altogether and open it then. I'm going to make my screen black for a second because I don't know if there's anything on my desktop that can't be seen. I have a lot of memes. Yeah, this stream might be over real quick if Moto's just bugged. Yep, that's what we're doing. Restarting Moto. This might be the fastest stream in A if Moto's just continues to like not let us out of our match. Did it pop up? Ah, sweet. We get to play more. That was kind of annoying. We battle on! Opponent hacking us. City Blessing is too much. I'm done. Hey, quick opponent, quick opponent. So I'm worried about trying to beat like the Drown Your Catacomb based decks and like the Mardu Vehicle slash Red Deck Wins decks. But though I do think Mardu Vehicle is going to be worse for us than Red Deck Wins. I think this hand's a keep. Actually, this hand can't be a keep, can it? I might have kept it on the play. Alright, I'll keep this. I like how I had to put a land on the bottom, but I'm not going to 5 cards. Oh, cool. It's just Mardu Vehicles, and we dead. Who knows? Might not even go to it. Oh, look at this draw. This draw's fun. And we dead. Alright. But we got smashed by Mardu Vehicles. So I guess we want this versus them. We want this versus them. We want these versus them. And we want this versus them. Cards that we don't want. I don't think I want Essence Scatter. I don't think I want Search. Kinda don't want these compasses because I don't think they're going to sideboard out anything. Hey, Whataburger, what's up, man? Hope you're having a good evening. I'll get rid of 1 hour, I promise to. Why not? I almost think Gift of Paradise is just better than Spring. I mean, we want negates. This is just another unplayable hand. Alright, we'll keep this trash hand. Can't imagine how we're going to beat this deck by not having a play before turn 4. I guess I'll start with this one. I will start with this one. Might cycle that other thing. Yeah, probably cycling it. You're prepping your Merfolk deck Friday. Do you like your build so far? I do like Merfolk. I guess we want a white mana. I think Merfolk's pretty strong. A lot of people disagree with me. I think they're all wrong. Little Gideon. That's not a card you see very often, and that's going to be hard for us to beat here. Feel like we need to get... I think it's better to use the binding on this. We take an additional 4 damage like this, but I'd rather have a binding on that card in general. Sell the wreckage would be a nice draw. Fumigate doesn't really do anything here. It might next turn, but it don't this turn. Yeah, I noticed there were some essence scatters in one of the SCG lists. Kind of surprised me. I didn't expect to see that. I'm a big... Gosh dang it. Alright, well, it looks like we're taking another 3 damage at minimum. I think it's better to go ahead and get Deshandra, though. I'm a big fan of Unsummon. My buddy Ricky thinks it's terrible in the deck, but I'm a pretty large fan of it. So we're going down to 4 life here. We'll just love him to like play a Pia and something else so we can gain another life or 2. Not another Planeswalker. How do we beat this? Opponent just played like 3 Planeswalkers and we died. Alright, well I guess in theory this gives us another turn if he has nothing. This didn't come into play untapped, did it? Yeah, it comes into play tapped. If he's got a removal spell for this, we're just dead on the spot. Alright, easily got destroyed by Mardu. As expected. This is a pretty easy match for the blue-white deck. The blue-white deck has counter spells. We did draw pretty poorly, but didn't think we'd beat that deck anyway, as I said before we got paired versus it. Yeah, they're pretty popular at the moment. You do have to worry about them. Like, you'd have to definitely worry about them playing in my local store. Since there's a fair chance Approach is one of the more played decks there. Alright, we'll keep this hand. We only have to hit a land or 2, but it's definitely powerful. There's the first land. It kind of turns on the entire hand. Is this 2 or 3? 3 or more. We have to find one at some point, then. Hey, Cloud Cycle. Hey, Brian. Wouldn't mind to draw like a Fumigate or a Settle. Hey, there's a Fumigate or a Settle. I think I'm going to play this one instead of the other one because I still kind of want to draw a land. Oh, apparently I misclicked. I meant to put it on this forest. I didn't realize I'd actually even clicked that. Which one is Deeproot Water? Is that the one where you get tokens? That card's impressed me a lot. I've been a pretty large fan of that card if that's what that is. I'm pretty bad with names, but... Etuca Padre. An untapped desert would be sweet. That's not an untapped desert at all. I can't play anything else. It's a pretty normal thing. Yeah, I think that card's very good. Uh-oh. We need to fumigate, boys. And gals, I guess. Yeah, well, we have to leave up to settle or we're just dead. Please try to kill us. That's not trying to kill us. That means you probably have another Gear Hulk, which I think is kind of bad in this format. But obviously absurdly good here when we're missing lands. Oh. Well, that's not that bad. Baffling End, you do nothing. Alright. We'll go with you then. This will just take you and you. So we basically need to draw something. Oh, hello. Ah, so it looks like we have one turn to draw a Fumigate. Oh no, we're just dead. He had the Winding Constrictor. For some reason I didn't notice he had a Winding Constrictor. Alright. Lost another easy match. You know, for blue-white. These cards just don't do anything. I guess we have to have the Baffling Ends, but I don't think they're particularly good here. Feel like we want the Caracals as well? We'll take out a couple cast outs. They're probably gonna have a bunch of disenchants anyway. Probably gonna take out the compasses. It just seems too slow. Feels like they're just like really fast. I'm getting about the results I expected with this deck. This hand's a keep. We have to hit a land, but we've got all the cards that we need to play versus them. We've got a couple of rafts, we've got a couple of ramp spells, and we got a cat. That's pretty much the hand you need versus them. Maybe, James. There's no guarantee I'm going to it at this point. I'd like to go to some of the PPTQs this weekend. Nashville. That's not real far from us. It's not real far from me and local. It's like 3 hours from where we're at, give or take. It's kind of it's a pretty little city. It's like some cool museums and stuff there, mostly music based. Don't take our gift of paradise. We need our gift of paradise. Well, you're in Missouri and you're going there? And he took an approach from us? That approach was like a year from being cast. I'm from Eastern Kentucky. Wow. The RPTQ system's just stupid. Eastern Kentucky, like on the Virginia line. Basically the opposite end of the state from Paducah. I'm from Pike County. Pike County, a little outside of Elkhorn City. Alright, well this is a 3-turn clock and we have no outs to this now. I guess I'll get rid of you. I guess I could have got rid of the search. Play a big spell and we're done. Yeah, we're done. That's a 2-turn clock. Nothing we can get stops this. I've never been to a Grand Prix in my life. I am way, way too bad. This might be the fastest stream ever. We're at 30 minutes and we're going into match 4. 30 minutes going into match 4 and we had to take time off to restart because Moto bugged. That's hilarious. It's in Memphis. That's where. I can tell you that part. Alright, can we rally back and get this? Heath's going to it, local. Heath talked about it. I guess we keep this hand. We don't have a green mana, but we can play this on 2, so like any land can get us a green mana. I think we keep, especially if they're mulliganing. I think it is also standard. Why do we have this up here? Why do we have like 2 matches setting up there? Oh, Merfolk. So this hand does nothing versus Merfolk. We're going to have to hit land drops and hit them fast. We have to have the 3rd mana to even use that. If we have the 3rd mana, I don't need that. Oh, well, we have a pretty good hand. We just have to get the land before they kill us. This match is actually hard for blue-white. The other 2 matches were pretty good for blue-white, but this one's actually hard. Alright, I need a land this turn. That's not a land. Pretty close to dead now. Because it's going to be hard for him not to get another Merfolk. So it's going to be like a 2-turn clock. Yep, 2-turn clock. Nothing we can draw. Alright, dead again. We want the Baffling End. I guess we want these. And I think we want these. Get rid of that thing. Sort by converted mana cost. This thing's just too slow. I think the searchers are too slow as well. Let's cut one of these. Noble promo hype. I might need to get 4 of those someday. For some reason, I always keep wanting to foil out Infect, but I never do. Don't think this hand's a keep. Alright, this hand's a keep. And it's probably actually good right now. I don't think we've been playing poorly. He was going to get me for half my life total. I needed 2 lands for the settle. So even if I got a 3rd land, I couldn't play any spell and he untaps and kills me. He was going to hit me for half my life that turn. We only had 2 lands. We needed 2 more lands to settle. So there wasn't a spell in our deck that didn't like if we drew like a Baffling End, we buy another turn, but we still don't have a land and he still has all the threats. I assume he brings in multiple naturalizes, so I assume Baffling End's really bad here, but yeah, we only had 2 lands. By the way, hey Trickery, what's up, man? The 3rd thing we had was the formatted how the hell do you pronounce this card? We had this thing in play, but we didn't have 3 mana to activate it. A Formatic Compass, I think that's how you pronounce it. We had one of these in play. Was the last card. Yeah, missing land drops again. Our fave. I feel like if you're going to play a 25 land approach deck and you're not going to put all the cyclers in it to help you smooth your draws, that like the green in this deck's just obviously bad. Like, I would rather have Opt in my hand than any one of these cards. I'd rather have Glimmer Genius than any one of these cards. So he's got me on a 3-turn clock. Depending on his draw, it could be a 1-turn clock. And we're still just like not casting spells. Like he could be untapping and killing us. He's got like 11 damage. All he needs is an Oasis. Blossoming Defense. But even if he doesn't have any of that, like, it's still not going to matter. He's going to attack with something next turn. Like, we can't even bluff anything, because, like, he'll attack with enough. If he has a negate, he'll attack with everything. If he doesn't have a negate, he'll attack with, like, 2 things, and that's enough. Sea of Tissues. It's kind of surprising that he only attacked with 1 thing. I guess maybe he's got a cast or Blossoming Defense, or maybe a Spell Pierce or something. Alright. Well. Lost 6 games in a row. I think this card is just way, way too slow. And the Spire side of it's not that great. I mean, sure, Maze If's cool and all, but like it's not worth all of that. Doesn't really ramp you, it just helps you find lands. I think it's like really good versus a control deck. It seems to me like Treasure Map's just better. Hey, Manadork, thank you for the follow, man. You're watching us get sent to the old Brown Town today. What do we got here? Alright, this hand seems good. We have a playable hand. Pursue don't move on turn 8. Less than turn 8 if you get your ramp spells, but like I feel like if I get my ramp spells, I'm already winning. Seems to me like one of those just win more cards, you know? So he showed us a Daring Buccaneer. We have a Wrath this game. A little binding for the follow-up spell. Feels like you could just play another cast out, and a cast out would just be better than it. It's got a pretty good draw. Guess I'll play this one. I don't think I need any colors. I got triple white. I guess we'll grab a green then. Your opponent's your spirit animal. Hey, Sean, thank you for the 5 bits. Our opponent's going to have a million land next turn if he attacks with them all. I'd like to just draw Fumigate and not worry about it. He wants to cut Gift of Paradise. I wanted to add Gift of Paradise and cut this thing. I think the 3 life off Gift of Relevant, or I think the 3 life off of Gift of Paradise is actually relevant. It allowed you to watch an ad. I watched the crap out of ads today. So if opponent hadn't F6, we'd be at 12 right now. So let's just play the game like we were at 12. If we were in a bigger tournament or a competitive league or like playing for a real prize, maybe I would take it, but we're just like testing out the deck, and I care more about how the deck performs and like trying out the deck than winning or losing. Like that matters a lot more to me. Not too concerned with actual results. I want to make sure I don't tap my mana real bad. We had a good hand this game though. We also got paired versus pirates, so I guess we'll take a white. I can't imagine wanting a third green. Our hand's kind of loaded, and we've got 2 of these in our graveyard, so like it's going to get more loaded. Oh, it still has 4 cards. Imagine if it was just like 4 lightning strikes, and we were going to get crushed. This is a flash fret. Why'd you play this? I'm sleepy. What do you do? Oh, you're the one that tutors? And then you played you before you, so we should be at 11? What's he getting? Ooh. I think it's fine to play this. Just have to remember to get 2 deserts. I'll take this one. Can probably do some blocking and then settle on the next turn. That is the Planarino anyway. We have 8 mana now. So even play another spring and then do it? This would be bad if you had like double fatal push. And shock. That's a lot of damage, so we should be at 6 right now? That's a good card. Guess we'll use it next turn. We're going to go ahead and settle this turn. Our deck's doing things this game. He doesn't have that anymore. That was a good attack by opponent. Most people just attack with both. This is overkill. I probably should have just played approach. The hell, Sean? You're insane, Sean. Why did you do that? Thank you so much, man. You should not have did that. Now I feel like I owe you like 20 bucks. Highly appreciate it, though. Alright. I'm just going to assume it's over at this point. I don't think our opponent can come back from here. Your friendship is donation enough. If you want to donate, you could pick our standard deck for tomorrow. I still have to sleeve it before I can go to bed. So, chat, what do you guys think I should play in a tournament if I have no access to Scarab God? It's 6 mana, isn't it? Do we have 6 mana open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess we did have 6 mana. I didn't realize we had 6 mana. Totally didn't realize we had 6 mana. We don't need either of those right now. Thought about blue-white approach. I tried the enchantment deck. I thought it seemed pretty cool. But, I didn't think it seemed real strong. It seemed like it was kind of easy to disrupt. I liked it though, and Dave C told me it was real good, so like maybe I just need to play it again. Maybe I just need to get more reps. I think Blue White Cycling's real good too. I think Blue White Cycling's really good versus Approach. I was thinking about just saying fuck it and play Black Green Constrictor, because I think I play it well, and I think it's well positioned versus Brews, but I don't think there'll be very many Brews where I'm playing. So I think we want these. I think we want this. We can cut this out. I actually almost just want to put these in over Searches right now. I almost want to play these over Approach. I feel like this beats them pretty easy. I guess they have the Death Touch dude, so maybe it doesn't. This feel like we're going to be casting this other stuff pretty often. Just going to cut out the Hours of Promise. Alright, we'll keep. I think this hand's pretty fine. I think Gift of Paradise is pretty good here. I don't know. I don't have access to any Scarabs, or I'd probably be playing blue-black mid-range. Or maybe Sultai mid-range. I'm not sure. Took Binding instead of Gift. I guess that was our only thing that deals with a creature. Yeah, we might get to do the big ramp game today. Hey, Corey Coolcat. For everyone who doesn't know, Corey Coolcat is our stream manager. He's responsible for all the graphics you see on our stream and all of our emotes and everything. Is it? Did I talk you out of it? Or it's not going real good, Corey. We struggled with lands almost every game, and I've wished I had cyclers almost every game. Maybe I'm playing it poorly. I keep sideboarding out Compass. What? Opponent has a good draw. Freebooter in the house. Aw, you took the one that lets me gain life. How dare you? Hey, that's a kitty cat. Meow meow. I guess we'll grab a blue mana with this one. We have double blue in our hand, but yeah, he manages the stream. You know, he makes sure we have all of these nice overlays and graphics. He makes the emotes. You know, he keeps us on it. You know, he schedules my streams, tells me what decks to play. You know, just what a manager does. He keeps me in check. He's available for work too if anybody wants to hire him. Just gonna play the cat. Because cat. Budgets? Dude, he's got foils. He's got foil rares. What the hell do you mean budget? Look at this shit, yo. This dude's a baller. I have not looked at any of the Saffron Olive decks. Don't kill that thing. I like that thing. That thing goes meow and scratches people. Cat scratch fever. Okay, I tried. What? What? You killed my cat. Stop it. This cat's got scratching to do. Which part? To sing Cat Scratch Fever? Oh, I do that all the time, man. You can't keep a good man down. They tried to cast me for the movie Pitch Perfect because I'm wonderful. I probably should have attacked with my cat first. But if I attacked with my cat first, I totally wouldn't have got to press F6. Totally wouldn't have got to press F6. Boom, 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 boom. And I am gonna attack with my kitty cat. What? He wasted 3 removal spells on my cats. They wasn't doing a damn thing to nobody. They were just looking pretty. I'm whiny today. I'm tired as fuck, though. I don't know how I'm still standing. I'm so tired. Not technically standing. I'm setting, but... Why didn't I play Approach this turn? Wow, I'm so bad. I stood up for over an hour today. When I was at the nursing home with Granny. Over an hour. I had to stand up 2 hours the day before yesterday. I'm getting in shape. And by getting in shape, I mean I bought a pizza on the way home. Yeah, I forgot I had 7 mana. Because, like, I didn't have 7 mana, and then I drew the Rivulet, and then I huffed Paint Chips. She's getting grouchier, so I guess. She seems to be doing better. She wants to come home at the end of the week, but, like, she should definitely stay in there at least 2, if not 3. But she's the boss. She'll do what she wants. Only sideboarded one of these out, right? Yeah, only one. Don't you lightning strike me? Dude, I thought we were bros. Is that a good draw? I'll go ahead and play this before he draws a removal spell and punishes me. So 1, 2, pop, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he gets one more attack step, at most, if we go for it. Okay. That's enough life that I'll probably fumigate and not go for it. Yeah, that's enough. Wait, never mind. Ha 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 ha. Wah, 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 wah. We get to do both because we drew a cast out. Yeah, the cast out was a good draw. Looks like we're going to end up 2 and 3 with this deck. I was not a fan of this deck. I don't know if anybody could tell by the stream. Somebody asked me to start rating decks and putting it in the description of my YouTube videos, which I don't really want to do because, like, you know, we're playing such a small number of games and it's like really hard to tell how good a deck is with this small of a sample size and stuff like that. But if I was willing to do what he asked, this deck would get a big fat 1. I don't want to tap my Rivulet. I'll tap it for colorless. GG. We went 2 and 3. Yeah, I don't think it's particularly good. Alright, so let's go back and look at this deck and try to think about it critically, what I liked and what I didn't like. I thought the green spells seemed really awkward because, like, you were taking an entire turn off to, like, well, let's move these cards over first. Like, you're taking an entire turn off to cast these cards, whereas if you just play, like, blue-white, you can hold up glimmers and, like, ops and stuff like that to find your land drops while being more controlling. Like I can't play an Hour and a Fumigate on the same turn, but like I can play a Glimmer and find my land at the end of an opponent's turn and untap and play a Fumigate on my turn. I think there's way too many Abrades in the format right now to want any like random artifacts in my deck. Like I think Treasure Map's a good card, like a very good card. And I don't even want to play Treasure Map right now because I think there's so many Abrades out there. Other than that, like, it feels like we have a ton of answers to things, and we just got mana screwed. You know what? I'm not satisfied with that. Let's play this deck again. Second league, go. It has to be better than how it just performed. It just has to be better than how it just performed. I'm going to regret this because I'm real sleepy. "28 seconds into the queue and I already regret this." Why? There's pizza in my fridge. Why? Oh, thank you, James. If anybody likes what they're seeing, which I don't know how you could since I'm whining like a schoolgirl. Schoolgirl's not right. I guess that's not politically correct. I'm whining like a child. How about that? But yeah, you can follow the links to my Twitter and my YouTube down below. Would really appreciate subs on the YouTube. It's free. It highly helps promote. And on top of all of that, they're taking away my money if I don't get 1,000 subs on there. Hell, make fake accounts, trick your friends into sub, and do whatever you can. And I'm just kidding. You shouldn't actually do any of that. Ah, let's take a look at this. It's just another wildly unplayable hand. Another wildly unplayable hand, but I'm not going to 5 when we have some number of colors. kind of blows my mind. Because, like, versus all of those decks, I think Fumigate's better than Cat. Alright, we'll keep a random removal spell that we can play on turn 4. Maybe we can play it on turn 2? Oh, cool. Blue mana, so, like, we probably don't even need that spell. I don't know how this deck ever beats a deck with blue mana in it. Just have no idea how we beat a deck with blue mana in it. He's playing Op, so he's probably Approach. I feel like Blue-White Approach does everything this deck does, and more efficiently. Like, I went into Jim's chat the other day to ask him about this deck and, like, what it did better than Blue-White Approach. And he basically just said it did stuff that Blue-White Approach already does. Like, I couldn't understand it. But like I said, he's, like, clearly an obviously better player than I am, right? Like, obviously a better player than me, so. Aha! You fool! We have white mana now. We don't have anything that can cycle. You're not the only one, Shadow. Info for your company emails. We don't have anything that can cycle. If he misses a land drop, that's good. That's not missing a land drop at all. I guess we shouldn't have kept the baffling in, but it's good enough versus a big enough number of decks that I thought it was worth it. No, don't counterspell this. We need this. Oh, he used a hard counterspell on that. That's nice. I'm all about him using a hard counterspell on something. He's cycling like crazy. He's got to hit that land, yo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're kind of good here. Mainly because you just get me a land plus a land. But, I mean, we can cast Approach next turn. No, I don't think he's a cycling deck with Opt in his deck. That's just kind of unlikely. He's also showed his Glimmer of Genius now as well. Alright, well, we get to cast the first Approach, which is really nice. That's one of the keys to winning the Blue-White Approach mirror. I assume it's not nearly as important in this mirror. So, like, now if he casts his own Approach, we could just untap and win. This is, like, really bad for him to try to resolve. Why would you do that? That's just really bad. Yeah, opponent plays around absolutely nothing, still wins. Which is, again, why this deck is really bad. It will never beat this deck. As long as our opponent gets a reasonable draw, it will never beat this deck. I guess we'll bring in the Caracoles. We'll take out these. Well, actually, we'll just take out all the Settles and Fumigates. We'll bring in the Cats, too. Seems to me like Our Promise isn't very good here. Seems to me like Fermetic Krampus isn't very good here. But I guess we'll keep... Oh well, Baffling End. Baffling End's worse. Why did I have Baffling End still in my deck? Oh, I'm an idiot. Get out of my deck, quick. Thank you. Wonder if Compass or Gift of Paradise is better. I feel like Gift of Paradise is just better. Because I don't think he's attacking us. That was real bad. We almost presented with Baffling Ends in. And we have 2 lands. Both of them blue. Can't even cycle to cast out. Alright, well we have to mulligan. We'll keep this hand. It's pretty bad, but... Had to put our first approach on the bottom. I'm guessing this deck's not controlling enough to let them draw cards, so we basically have to counterspell their card draw spells. Which seems awkward AF. It's like something you rarely want to do. Yeah, we're getting closer. 3 more turns away from playing this Carnage Tyrant that probably can't actually end the game. Well, you outie. Oh wow, he doesn't have another land. This is our time to shine, friends. Actually, we can't. We don't even have double white mana, or we don't have double blue mana. We can, in fact, not mill our opponent. Oh, yeah. I guess we just play this one then. Let it get counterspelled. Like, just holding up mana doesn't seem like it does much of anything. If it does resolve, we'll get at least 1 Rivulet. Might get a Scavenging Grounds too. All the Rivulets. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have, I potentially should have got the one that lets me draw cards soon. We get that this turn, because we're just going to cast another one of these. That'd probably negate to protect this. Yeah, Arch. I think I want to get Arch enough that I would play this here. Yeah, another damn Rivulet. That's right, brothers. I have 5 deserts in play. That's 20 cards. What you gonna do? That's an approach. I'm gonna cast it. That's what we're gonna do. Because we're a hoot. He doesn't have something to stop this. It like wins next turn. I think the zombies only put 4 less damage in play if we play the hour, and it lets us go get Arch. Did I say 4 less? I meant 2 less power. I think I'm going to leave it roughly the same. I wonder if you're better than a compass. Can like get settled to wreckage or like a cast out or a binding? So I said settled to wreckage, but I meant search for Ascantha. Alright, so we gotta win the mirror-ish, the pro. Oh god, well we can't keep this end. We'll keep this end. We'll leave a random land on top too, even though it's not green. We're basically keeping this hand just for the search for Ascantha. And he's got his own. Tough beats. He kept that one on top. Anything but green mana goes to the graveyard. A bit tired here. Again, anything but green mana goes to the graveyard. Oh god, I don't really want to put that in the graveyard, but we need the green mana way too badly. Rip. You can sometimes rivet yourself here because you like get to flip the search, but when we have this in our hand, I'm not sure that's worth it. Or one of those already in our graveyard, I'm not sure it's worth it. Red Rover, send us green mana on over. Yeah. To the graveyard you go, Rivulet. Guess I'll play this one. Just in case he has a Torrential Gear Hulk and a way to Essence Scatter it. I mean, he doesn't have a way to do both, but... I really want to Rivulet myself. Yep, we're on Bant approach today. I will not put this in their graveyard, but it's like I'm not going to resolve, so I guess I'll put it in their graveyard. It's been like this every game. By the way, hey Obsidian, what's up, man? If he just untaps and plays approach, there's not a lot we can do. We're certainly going to go ahead and smash that guy with a Scather. They'd like to have drawn 2 cards there, but... Chief of Compliance. Sure. Hour of Promise, definitely to the graveyard. And there's mana number 7, so... we get to start casting things next turn. The third Glimmer, it's just too much card advantage. He doesn't even care about our search. I'm not caring about our search is scary. Scary, I tell you. Tapped 3 mana? Well, at least we get to cast a first approach. Yes, we can mine at the end of his turn. It is instant, yes. The back half of it's instant, the front half of it isn't. $20 turn clock. I'll help him out a little. Anyway, so he flipped his search, and that typically means the game's over. Did use a negate there, so like maybe I have a lot of counter spells. Just cast an approach. I don't really care if he censors it. I don't really care if he disallows it. Still keep making him have things. Hey Wayne, what's up, man? Well, it's pretty easy for him to have an approach. Or, sorry, pretty easy for him to have a counter spell for our next approach, but doesn't really get much better for us than this. We don't really have counter spells in our deck. Like, we're only drawing to 5 counter spells in our entire deck. So after he tutors, we know that approach is 6 cards down. We got to keep a decent eye on that at least. Now we know it's 5 cards down after his draw step. He's got enough mana that any cycler he gets him to win. So you got a censor cycles into approach, and he has enough mana to play the approach. I don't know if he knows the math though, so we're going to make him show it to us. Wait, what? What the hell? Why the hell did our opponent slow roll the shit out of us there? Like, he drew the censor with this. He did not use the censor, and then he just played the approach out of his hand versus his tapped out opponent. That's ridiculous. That's just bad manners as fuck. BMAF. Boom, 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 boom. We will do the playing first. I guess we will not do the playing first. I was hoping we would. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, we've got 2 mana. I guess we'll keep. Snap it off, friends. Another blue deck. So this is very likely Drakehaven or blue-black control. Have to see if we can get a little more information before we decide whether we're going to cycle or not. Third island. I think I'm going to cycle then. I'd play around Censor, but we don't have another land in our hand, so like playing around Censor seems kind of foolish in this spot. Great. He didn't double cycle last turn when he's mana screwed. Nice blue-black control, it appears. Untap land 1 time for Daddy? No. Well, it looks like we just lose again. See, this is the difference between like playing these like weird green spells to get your lands and just playing cyclers to get your lands. The other blue decks are always going to get their lands. Like your ramp's just not good. Now he gets the flip search for Azcanta. We practically can pick up our cards at this point. He doesn't even have the good colorless lands in the deck. I know I didn't play the Hour Promise. That was kind of intentional. I'm at this point hoping to be able to play the Mind Out of the Graveyard, then untap and play Hour. Because there's certainly just no way that 1 spell resolves. Yeah, we might get to resolve one of our 2 spells this way. It's probably pretty unlikely, though, considering he's got 7 cards in his hand. Yep. Just gonna play this one. Maybe I should have cast the Hour of Promise, because if it resolved, I could have just got 2 Rivulets and prayed to God I could, like, mill his 12 answers or some ridiculousness. We do have a lot of ways to stop him from actually killing us, though, so, like, maybe some of that'll come into play. Like, I don't think this game's over. I think we can win. If we, like, you know, get the absurd run goods. If this resolves, I'll probably get a Rivulet and a Scavenging Grounds. Kind of counterspells a Torrential Gearhulk. Not this turn, but like on a later turn. What was that? Moment of Craving main deck? It's not real popular, but it's not offensive. You guys got quiet. Well, it's like 7 people, too. Guess people don't like me whining about the deck. It's hard not to whine about the deck, though, when the deck feels like literally the worst standard deck I've played since, like, Dragons of Tokyo, probably. Guess I'll just cast this one. If he counterspells it, maybe I'll cast out. I'm not sure. Probably will. That's right, boy. Give me that life. We have 5 pretty reasonable cards in our hand still. We know 2 of his 6 or 7 cards are like kind of semi-dead. He's also down to 30 cards. We have like 12 we can put in his graveyard. I think we're going to hold on to the cast out. Got 16 we can put in his graveyard, I guess. He's got some disallows and stuff, but oh yeah. What you gonna do when this gift of paradise runs wild on you, boy? You gots to get it. You gots to want it. Can I have commit memory and just like completely ruin this mill plan? Hey, I bet this doesn't resolve. Would anyone like to wager on that? Wah, 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 wah. Wait, what? Oh, Gearhulk Arena? Don't hate Gearhulk here. Really wish he would just gear hook here so we could binding. Depends on the time of the game, but assuming we'll have to sacrifice the grounds to the rivulet at some point if we're actually going to mill him out. And he's got like probably filter runes and well, okay, he just played a filter rune. He's got like filter runes and stuff, so like there's no guarantee the grounds will be there at whatever random point that it's relevant. And I don't think this baffling end matters at all, so I'm not going to cycle and look for a land. So what's he getting? Yeah, like I said, like it looks like he's just getting the scavenging grounds. Alright, I guess we'll go ahead and use it then. Just go mill him then. Give you all the targets. I don't care. I'm crazy, man. This is probably a gear hook. I'll be right back. I think someone fell in my house. I am back. They did not fall. They just bumped into something. Or so they said. I don't know how trustable that is. Yeah, opponent scoops. This kind of blows my mind that they scoop there. Why would they scoop here? Like, why do you concede this game? They have to have some kind of threat, right? The hell? I don't know. Mind blown. What do you do? Mind blown. Guess we can get rid of the settles and the fumigates. We have enough enchantments. I think I want the baffling ends on the draw. Man, it'd blow my mind if there was only one win condition in his deck. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Gift of Paradises here. Not sure about the last card. I want some number of baffling ends because of Glint Siphoner. I don't know whether I want 2 or 3. I kind of want all 4, but I kind of want all 4. I actually think this is one of the matches that Compass is actually good in, though, so maybe we just don't want a Desert Toad. We don't have that many enchantments. It looks like we're going with 2 due to lack of other options, it appears. Alright, we'll certainly keep this hand. He mulliganed and we have a potential turn to search for Azcanta. We have all the approaches in the world. Maybe his hand was just real bad and he didn't feel like putting up with it. It doesn't seem as good as ours, but we can potentially answer his later as well. Ours is just on the table until it flips, and then maybe he can field of rune it. I guess we'll keep all the lands we can get with the current hand that we have. Don't think we want to mulligan any, or I don't think we want to put any lands in the graveyard. Yeah, Bloodfast is a pretty good card. This is life get too low though. We're just gonna slam Carnage Tyrant and do a little dance. Then we'll make a little love. And then we'll get down tonight. I don't really want to put that in my graveyard, but I will. Alright, cool. So next turn we can try to play Arch if we want. Maybe get a hard counterspell out of his hand. That's a scatter to the graveyard, sure. Basically just looking for lands. And we're looking for lands and all. I'm going to play this now because we can protect it with a counterspell. Looking for lands in all the wrong places. So if we hit a land next turn, we can play Hour while holding a counterspell. Our opponent's 2-2, playing for the pity chest. That was a pretty bold scoop if the pity chest is on the line. Generally try to protect that thing. What's this? A duress? I counterspell you. There's like a chance that we get a hard counterspell out of his hand of some kind. And then he doesn't have a super good target for us here. We have 6 mana, so guess there's a good chance he just takes the Hour. And then like Lost Legacies these bad boys. Ah, God, that'd be brutal. You leave our approaches alone. You've got some second suns to see, friend. You can't see them. I'm moving them too rapidly. Untap land for daddy? Hey-ya. We will not put that in our graveyard. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant does the work right now. But he basically has to be able to counterspell the next 2 turns. Looking for Carnage Tyrant in all the wrong places. What do you do? He's gonna make me discard him! No! At least our settled wreckage flips. 0 cards in hand, 7 cards in hand. This is gonna be a hard one. And he's got a field of runes to kill this. Oh, well, we could just draw it and win. Come on, deck. Show us the love. Baffling into the graveyard, yes. Flip, yes. Draw, yes. I think I would rather settle, or sorry, I think I would rather use Azcanta than my mind. Probably Field of Ruin this one. Guess we're just gonna take the approach. Hey Tyler, what's up, man? Oh, you let us untap of that. Hey. I don't want to play them. I just want to play this thing. Just let me play this thing. Counterspell it. It's a good turn for him to use Field of Runes. Or a good time, rather. I said turn. I don't know, like there's one negate in their deck, so maybe this is just too much. We do have the two Jace's defeats, but one's on the bottom of our library. Got him. Got him. And we can start doing stuff now, potentially. One more mana and we can activate this and this. Where did this other Bloodfast go? Not sure I noticed that it was gone. That was a good draw. May not resolve, but it seems like a good time to go for it. Oh, was it? Yeah, like I said, I wasn't paying attention. He didn't have the counter spell. How did he not have it? Why was he not just drawing cards every turn if he didn't have a counter spell? Why? Why were you not just drawing cards every turn? Oh, that's why. Rawr. Okay, well, we won a match that I didn't think we had any chance to win, and I'm not sure our deck won. I'm not sure if our deck won more or our opponent lost more. Feel like he ran really badly though. We'll keep it. Alright, we'll keep. Yeah, we'll keep. Ooh, that was a good draw. Are we finally going to get to see this compass be good? Nope. Probably not. Our opponent knows that we're looking for love in all the wrong places. We probably take... could just take a removal spell. I guess it depends on what type of deck he is, which you would take. Play this one first. You could be right. It takes a long time to mill somebody, though. And with Search and Bloodfast, he should be able to keep his hand pretty robust. Our opponent's got a tiger. It's a stalking tiger. I know that because it tells me the word stalking tiger right on it when I hover it. We're learning. Tombfall. Alright. Could just be taking our approach here. Could be taking one of our artifacts too if he has another discard spell. Or sorry, one of our enchantments. I said artifacts, but... He didn't attack us. I guess that was a misclick. Feels like that's a misclick. What is this thing? It's a Yante. They could play that one that like makes me sack things, right? Isn't there a new card that lets you sack things? I wonder what he got. I don't know what it's called, but I really thought there was a new 3-drop that lets you sack things. Or made people sack things. Yeah. What's that thing do? Oh, that's a good card. Card's all sorts of good. Huh. Yes, I'm just going to cast Hour, I promise. Might be wrong. I want the one that can produce white and this thing. City Blessing Online, boys! I don't think main deck that letting them draw cards matters at all. I'm pretty sure we approach pretty easily versus that deck. Like, I actually just don't think there's anything he can even do about it. Yeah. I mean, possibly not, right? Because like this is a Jim Davis slash Jody Keefe deck, so like it's pretty popular, you know. Like people know what's coming when they get paired versus this deck. But you could be right. Just feel like this is a known quantity when people play versus this deck. Anyway, we know our thing's 7 cards down. So we know we can just put it in a spot where they only get one more attack step. Because of our pretty rivulet. Gonna make a spotter to use this. That's fine. We don't have any hard counter spells in our main deck or anything, so we don't really have to worry about the card he even got with Gonti. Alright, we'll just cycle this. Easy peasy. Opponent's playing like a mono black control deck that looks like it's pretty slow. I don't know what he's doing now. Anyway, we're going to untap and draw approach. We didn't sideboard any counter spells, or there's no counter spells in our deck. This is game 1, so we don't have to worry about him like stopping the approach. But yeah, either way, we were obviously in a great spot that match. No matter how you slice it, we were looking pretty solid that game. Figure he's going to have Glint Siphoners, so Baffling End's probably good enough. This card's probably good enough as well. Think we could probably bring in Cats. Just in case they have answers for approach, you know, in case they're playing, Lost Legacy. They didn't seem particularly aggressive, so I think I'll just go ahead and sideboard these 2 cards out. I'm going to shave on 1 Fumigate because they didn't seem aggressive. I really don't know how to sideboard here. Maybe the 2 Desert Hodes aren't good enough. Yeah, I'm fine with just not playing the Desert Hodes. Might be right to take out auto approaches, but I rarely ever take out auto approaches until they show me Lost Legacy, and then I often still don't. So we have 2 lands, both off color, no cyclers. I think we'll just go ahead and mulligan this. Alright, we'll keep this hand. And we'll put that on top. Hand's pretty good, but he could just rip it apart with discard spells pretty easily. If we do get to resolve this search for Azcanta, though, that'll make this game much easier. Alright, well, there goes our search. Goodbye, search. We will miss you. You are our favorite search. You were our favorite search. You were our favorite search, you were our only search, you were the search we searched when we searched. Scavenging grounds. And good spell. I think I'm just going to cycle that. Looks like we need to draw something, so we already kind of have 5 mana for an hour. What is this one? Lost Legacy. Goodbye approaches. We can still win, though. We have the cats in the deck. We can win with just milling. And we have the Hour of Promises if his draws are poor. So the game just got a lot tougher, but it is doable. It'll be pretty hard if we don't draw an enchantment removal for the, or sorry, or one of our enchantments to remove this though, because him getting 3 extra cards is going to make it pretty difficult from this spot. Well, there's a cat. See what he's got going on here. Gateway. It's a pretty good card too. He's got a lot of cards to draw over there. Just playing the cat. If his hand's kind of weak, there's a chance that the cat just does a good amount to him before it gets too late. And if he takes a turn off to like deal with it or whatever, maybe we can resolve the Hour of Promise, just keep putting on pressure. Or like potentially draw another cat. Potentially go meow, meow. That's for you, Trickery. Ooh, Liliana. So that means his hand's actually pretty good if he's willing to get rid of that. Got rid of another gateway. Alright, what do you got? Another Lost Legacy? Sure. So you're probably going to call the Hour Promise that's in our hand? Or you're going to name the cat. The random cat. Figured you'd name the one that you know we have in our hand. What was that? Oh. Oh, wow. That's a good one. Alright. So that's another problem. think I'm just gonna go ahead and play this anyway. So opponent has 46 cards at the moment. Since this is our new way to win. We have 5 deserts in play, so that's 20 of them. So right now our opponent's on a 26 turn clock. He uses all his deserts to kill all of our creatures. I'm going to be so happy. Like, I'm going to be so excited that I just can't hide it. That if he sacrifices 3 treasures for this and doesn't use gate this turn, oh wow, that'll be great. But he has to, because like we have 16 damage in play, right? Sure. Down to 1 card. I think we'll draw a card and then potentially fumigate on the following turn. Actually, we probably will just draw 2 cards. I'll probably mind at the end of turn and take 6 here. Oh, well, we have a game. It's the most interesting game we've played so far. Alright. Okay. I'm not sure if that flips that it matters. I'd still like to get it off the table though, because him drawing an extra card every turn is brutal. I'd probably rather him get that off the table though. or that. Alright, Guildgate and Bloodfast do not. Sorry, Azura's Gateway and Bloodfast just do not play well together. Oh, Torment. Oh god, if it's got Torment in it, I don't know how we're going to win. Alright, I guess we have no out to that. Our opponent DC'd. Probably don't have any out to that. Maybe at some point we can just start milling them. I don't know. Put like 7 cards in their hand. That can be the go. It's honestly kind of the go anyway, to draw cards every turn. So we have enough mana to fumigate and hour on the same turn if we were to draw it. Our opponent DC'd. He's got 11.5 minutes to finish 2 games. I apologize for the DC, guys. Yes, we still have cast out some bindings in. We've just not drawn them in 23 cards. I want to get rid of it anyway. Sorry about the DC, guys. Can't do anything about it. So excited, and you just can't hide it. Hey, opponent's back. And MTG bot's real laggy today. Moto's probably like still like loading or something for him, so he's back in, but he's not into the game yet. So we got to deal with this permanent, and this permanent. Not real easy. Still have all of our cast outs and all of our bindings. I didn't bring these in because I figured he'd have the little Death Touchers in play, but maybe I should have. Hey Corey, thank you very much for the 5 bits, man. Highly appreciate it. Need to get us a little game to play or something during times like this. Because these times happen often enough that I think we need one. He's been going like 6 or 7 minutes so far. I guess I could have played a game of Eternal, but... well, apparently opponent's gone. So we're going to draw 2 cards at the end of this turn. We're going to draw a card on our turn. So we're going to be able to stop the gate and play the compass. Sorry, yeah. So we could have dealt with that while holding our mana up to use this. I think we were in a pretty good spot. But I'm not sure. Anyway, we got to win. The next game for a pity chest and both the next 2 games to be a little ahead on the day. Because currently we are minus $12. The match we're playing is worth like $10.40 or something. We'll keep this hand. Well, he took Bay. Bay was the main reason we kept this hand. This is another one of those matches I said earlier that I think would be like really, really bad for us. Yeah. Played his... I don't know if that's his best too. Glint might be better versus us. But basically he's curving out. And we don't even have all of our colors of mana. Which is something we've struggled with practically every round. I I think it's considerably better than Grixis. Like, I don't even think it's close. I think it's considerably better than Grixis. Oh, what fun. Alright, and we're dead. So how do we sideboard versus this match? Don't feel like we can bring in any of the Regal Caracols because of Scarab. Can potentially bring in the Carnage Tyrant, but it feels like it's pretty easy for him to block, and he's going to have some number of Death Touchers. So, like, the fact that it's uncounterable is not really relevant, I don't think. Probably want the Jace's defeat. Probably want some negates. I don't know if I want all the negates, but I want some. I think I want the Baffling in too. So what's not great here? Some of these random ramp spells, I guess? Been live for 2 hours and 23 minutes. I don't know what the last card to take out is. So I'll take out an approach. 2 hours and 23 minutes. I wish I just woke up. I've not really been to bed even. We'll keep here. Alright, we'll keep this hand. Don't think Deadeye Tracker's good versus me. That's kind of an odd sideboard card to bring in here. I don't think that card's good versus me at all. Nope. Did not see the promo for Nationals, and I don't even acknowledge that tournament as Nationals. That tournament's just a WMCQ. It's got a stupid name, and they offend me when they give it, or when they call it Nationals. They offend me pretty greatly when they call it Nationals. That's kind of cool, I guess. So I don't know if we can win this match. Oh, another one of those. Well, at least we have this now. If I had 4 Scarabs, James, this is the deck I'd be playing tomorrow. I wouldn't be playing Matt 75, but I'd probably be playing like 65 of it. I'm just going to play this and cycle the irrigated farmlands, I believe. Maybe page 3 if I'm able to. But I have no Scarabs, so I'm probably either playing Blue-White Approach or like Black-Green Constrictor or Mardu Vehicles. Those are the 3 decks like in my head. Well, that sucks. I don't think it was worth tutoring for like a Scarab God, or sorry, tutoring for an Essence Scatter. There's too many cards I could hit that I wouldn't want him to take with the freebooter. I don't really want to use the binding on the freebooter if I don't have to. Definitely not. The card's worth like $30-ish, so just wouldn't be worth the trip. After I sell it and stuff like that, I'm probably gonna like not make enough for it to matter. Do like the holiday promo. Just don't think it's worth a 2 hours of driving. I guess we'll go get our freebooter back? Or our binding back? I'd probably Jace's defeat for this. Guess I could have played a land first. If I'd played a land, I could have played around Spell Pierce. That's probably a mistake. Now he gets to use this. Huh. Well, I don't think I'm going to use a binding on that, so. I think I have to get the Liliana. Oh, I didn't tap white mana. What the hell? Alright. Aggravate my ass. We need to draw something pretty good. We will not put that in our graveyard. I guess we'll draw it because I don't even know what we're supposed to do this game. Like, if he's got another counterspell, how do we even win? I think we have to just go for the luck. You gotta try to get lucky and hope he doesn't have another counter. Game plan A. We can do it. Spoiler, by the way, we probably can't do it. I guess there's some chance he could tap out. So I'm certainly more than dead on board here. Desert to the graveyard. Why, heck yes. That's a settled wreckage. Maybe he doesn't have the counterspell. Or maybe it's just Supreme Will or something. No freebooter in the graveyard, so we're good on that front. He doesn't have a counterspell, we win though. Odds of him not having a counterspell with this many cards in his hand. He has played 2 negate. Well, like, milled one and played one. So, like, maybe. I don't even have to attack with that mini though. We die during his next upkeep. Can't even beat Supreme Will. It does not feel very good so far. In fact, I'll talk in hyperbole and say it feels like the worst deck I've played in a large number of years. And we're dead. Alright, let's see if we can get this pity chest or if we're going to go 2-3 twice in a row. Pity chest hype. Let's do this. And we will play first. I think this hand's a keep. It's one of the better hands we've had so far. Versus random blue-black deck, so I don't know if this hand's going to even matter. I think I'll start with this one. It seems like pain and play to me. This deck does not seem hard to play. Yeah, they've got their best card. Like, I rarely even have more than one option of what I can play in a turn. Guess I'm going to have an option next turn when I have to waste a cast out and a binding to try to get a search. Don't like doing this because like the odds of him having a counter spell are very high. And then like we lose a binding for a scarab. I'd love it if he just untaps and plays a scarab. We could not be that lucky. Doesn't have any counter spells in his graveyard yet, so just go ahead and slam this. Probably get a Rivulet and a Grounds if it resolves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I think I'm going to go with this and a Grounds. And get a Rivulet later. Just want to be able to turn on drawing cards with our dude. The 2 zombies is what gives us the city's blessing, which is nice. Next turn, we'll probably just go ahead and hard slam the first approach while he's still a little mana screwed. We give up a card in equity this way, but I like him having to worry about tapping out the rest of the game. Like I think you gain a lot by, you know, threatening the approach for the rest of the game. Don't care if he kills this, of course. Doesn't do anything for us. Kinda want a binding that. Not sure it's worth it. It probably has to be worth it, right? Feels like it has to be worth trying. What's been your main kill condition game 1? Like, are you milling more people than you're approaching in game 1? That just strikes me as odd. Which mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have 6. Alright. Guess we'll tap you, and you. Put you here. Now, did I not tap a green mana? I did, I just didn't tap it for actual green. Huh. That's surprising. I don't care if he counterspells this, I've already pressed F6. We had one blue-black opponent concede to us in game 1 that I thought I was going to mill. But he just saw an Essence Scatter and he was done. Yeah, so they hit their 6th mana. He's got to use a hard counterspell on this if he wants to counter it. Whatever. I definitely have an extra mana there. I don't know why that tapped and then untapped. I think that's BS. It's just buggy ass Moto doing buggy ass Moto things. Go ahead and grab 2 more rivulets. I kind of shuffled my approach away. Like, I just don't think that approach is going to resolve, and we'll find another one. 3 baffling ends now. So you have the option of drawing a card or taking 5 damage this turn. I'm probably going to draw a card. Don't know how much I care about that 5 damage. How many deserts do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in play. So that's 24 cards. I'm pretty close to starting to use them. If I need a card more than I do to 5 damage. Ooh, there's a binding. There's an approach. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we can definitely do both. If we choose to. You may use a real counterspell on this. You may give no Fs about that as well. Vraska's Contempted? That way he can play more, I guess. I don't think I'm going to cast this approach yet. I'm just going to draw another card. There's another binding. I think I'll play this one. Probably going to go ahead and cycle to farmland. Don't care about this. We have the Maze of If now. The 6 deserts, so that's 24 cards. So opponent's kind of on a 7-turn clock here. Well, we have Essence Scatters in our deck, so I guess we'll cycle first. That's not an Essence Scatter. I guess we'll start with a binding. Alright. So now we win. El Millerino. Or sorry, El Approacherino. Alright, so moving into the sideboard games, I think I like all of these. And I think I like these. Kinda think I like these as well. Not a big fan of Fumigates and the Settles here. I think we have enough other ways to try to stop things like that. Not a big fan of the Gift of Paradise either. Baffling Ends. It's really only good versus Glint, but like Glint's really good versus us, so maybe we can go down one. Nah. I'm trying to go down and approach. Just run it back. Is this for the pity chest? This feels about right. Really, you think kick Baffling End? But what about Glint Siphoner? Glint Siphoner feels like the most easy way for them to beat us. Just taking like 8 damage from a Glint Siphoner and letting them draw 3 cards seems like a lot. And like some of the decks would have Gifted Efferborn in the sideboard, which they would also sideboard in this match. We did shave 1, but we could have shaved 2. You're right. I could definitely see a second one being shaved. Yeah, well, me and our opponent both have search, and I think our search is a little better than theirs, mainly because we have cast outs and they don't. Rivulet in the graveyard? Probably not. Unfortunately, we probably want all the lands we can find, especially because we already have a Carnage Tyrant in our hand. I think when I play blue-white approach versus decks like blue-black control, I don't counterspell hieroglyphic illuminations and glimmers and stuff. I think I may with this deck. I feel like there's nothing we can really do to keep up with their card advantage. So I feel like getting a 1-for-1 might be good enough versus them. My thoughts on my sideboard? This is Jim Davis's deck, so I don't know. Here is the article he wrote on it. I don't know how much help it is, but this is his article. So anything's going to the graveyard now that's not a green source, I think. There's a green source. So we have double counterspell in our hand, and then we have Carnage Tyrant next turn. And then we have like Desert Hodes and Baffling Ends and stuff like that, which isn't bad. Irrigated farmlands to the graveyard, definitely. Ooh, a compass, that's kind of cool. Red Rover, send El Carnage Tyrant on over. You, sir, cannot be countered, but you can be Voned. You can be Death Touched. So there are things that kill this Carnage Tyrant. There's that new card called Vana something. Let me look for it. I don't know what it's called. What did he kill? He killed my Rivulet? Don't know what it's called. Trying to get her up here with a Google right now for you. Sun Petal Grow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm actually going to keep that, just because it flips this thing. This could be kind of wasteful, I'm not sure. It's called Vana's Hunger. There you go. That thing can stop it. I'm not going to protect this. I have better things to do with our counter spells. We're in a great spot here though. Like Carnage is definitely good. They can play the 7/7 blue guy. The Primal Tide or whatever, the Blue Elder Dino. That card is good. And it's a card that would actually be sideboarded in here even if they didn't know what they were playing versus exactly. I think we'll keep an Essence Scatter. I think it's safe just to set behind our wall of counter spells. We could only play one counter spell if we did that. And I think it's just really safe to set behind our wall of counter spells here. Feels like if we just set behind all these counter spells, he can't do anything. That's fair. I didn't even notice that, but... So now he's got 3 mana, and whatever he does play, we have a Desert Hold / negate. So I don't know what he's actually... I don't think he can do anything now. I guess he could have Vana plus Spell Pierce. But that's it. Alright, so we acquired the Pity Chest. We ended up 5-5 with the deck. Think I should negate that? I'm really worried about Vana, though. Like, I wasn't worried about him resolving a... maybe... Jace's Defeat gets another Torrential Gearhulk. The Torrential Gearhulk's just a chump blocker, but... Yeah, you could be right. I was worried about Vana, though. Like, this is the only card that I thought that could kill us, and Jace's Defeat can't counterspell this card. Like Vana's Hunger? Like, I thought we beat anything but Vana's Hunger. And Jace's Defeat can't get Vana's Hunger. Anyway, so we ended up 5-5 with the deck. I'm glad we ran it back. It definitely performed better in the second league than the first league. And we opened an Ancestral Recall, so... PD Chest, I guess that paid off. I have no idea what they're actually worth. I have no idea how to get this window bigger either. I don't know why it got small on me. It aggravates me that it's small. I don't remember how you fix it. There's a fix for it. I agree Vana is bad, but people still do play it. It has been played versus me. Like, I have had it resolved versus me. I've had it resolved versus me twice on stream even. So this is kind of cool. It's worth about 5 tickets now. Fun times. But it's worth more than the PD chest itself, which is really nice. The deck feels fine. I still can't figure out why I would want to play it over blue-white. Really, you've not saw Siphoners in a blue-black deck? I think they're the best sideboard card in the blue-black deck. Wow. I think they're one of the only things that makes the blue-black deck and or the Grixis deck and or the blue-black Sharda deck actually a deck. Anyway, consider control matches a buy for the blue-white deck. Like, I don't know, like, versus the control matches, you still have a bunch of exile effects. You still have, as many hard counter spells as them. You have, it's not in this particular build, this build's outdated, but, you have a bunch of these guys. Like, how does control beat this guy? You just cast this guy and smash their face in. And while they're busy trying to beat this guy, you can just approach them out. But like, this build's not updated. It's you'd have to go to my Twitter for my updated build. But yeah, like I just feel like I smash control decks with this as well. The only decks that I'm worried about when I play this deck is mono red. Like mono red and any deck that just basically any deck that has Beaumont Courier or Glint Sleeve Siphoner plus a quick clock is what I'm afraid of when I play this deck. I'm not worried about any of the mid-range decks or any of the control decks. Lost Legacy is annoying. Like you have a hard time beating Lost Legacy, but like this deck's not really good versus Lost Legacy either. Coming from decks with pressure anyway. I know the Carnage Tyrant's kind of cool. It's just the mana seems so crazy. Like, I just think all of these cards are really bad. And I have to like play all these extra come into play tap lands to like play these mediocre cards. I don't know. I've not been a fan. Maybe I'll try it again. On the fix for seeing the cards from the chest is in the bottom right corner of that window. Well, I've already closed the window, so we'll have to try that at some other point. Actually, let's just try to, well, nobody wants to see me try it now. But anyway, so I appreciate you guys all coming out today. I'm going to hop off here and find somebody to host real quick. Probably going to be Pete Ward because he's playing the deck that I think is the best. Maybe not the best deck in the format, but where I would want to start. Actually, it looks like they're playing the Streamers Showdown. Alright, since I'm still going to give old Pete the host. Pete's my boy. Appreciate you guys all coming out tonight. We ran 2 leagues with this deck, and I'll be back. I don't actually know what time I'll be back, but we will be back. Take care, everybody, and thank you so much for stopping by. And I spelled his name wrong, because I am the greatest around.